Right. The act of measuring a quantity required is called what, Nana? Measurement. And what do you mean by motion, Nana? Motion as the change of position of an object with respect to time. That means you have to say like this, Nana. If position of an object changes with respect to time, we can add some other thing also, Nana. That I am going to say now, so you can make it down. You can note it down. So if you want to note it down, I will say clearly, Nana. Can you write? Can you note it down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nana. If the position of an object changes.
So I am not able to understand what you mean. So can you please repeat once?
If the position of an object changes with respect to time or surroundings, changes with respect to time or surroundings, then the object is said to be in a motion. So there I gave, Nana. If the position of an object changes with respect to time or surroundings, then the object is said to be in a motion. Okay?
So can I read out what you have told us to write to make sure if it is correct or not?
Tell me, Nana.
If a object changes with respect to time or surroundings, then the object is said to be in motion.
Okay, Nana. Right. So, what we are measuring, Nana, actually? We are measuring a physical quantity. Just now, you learned that the branch of science which explains about all the physical quantities will be known as what? Physics. And all those physical quantities are nothing but what, Nana? Which are measurable. So that means every physical quantity has to be measured. And in order to measure, what we require, Nana? We require a unit, Nana. We require a unit. What we require, Nana? Can you hear me, Nana, all of you?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, Nana. So for measuring any physical quantity, what we require, Nana? We require a unit. Now, what is a unit, Nana?
Unit.
What is a unit?
So can I tell? So can I understood. Unit is something like something through which we measure things.
Again, like, one by one only I have to say. Already I said.
Okay. So can I say?
Yes.
So basically, unit is something through which we can measure physical quantity. I mean, like we can measure things through units.
Okay. Now, can I ask you one question, Nana Pragya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nana. So suppose just now I asked one question. Sugar will be measured in 1 kilograms or grams. You said. I'll take one stone, Nana. Big stone. I will take, and I will say this is gram. Will you accept it, Nana?
No, sir.
Why, Nana?
Sir, because grams isn't, if we talk about big things, it won't be measured in grams. Big things would be measured in kg.
Nana, you are not understanding my question. I took one big stone, Nana, and I said this is 1 gram, and you take 1 gram of sugar like that. If I say, will you accept it or not?
No, sir.
Why, Nana?
Yes, sir, I will.
You will. Why? Because
Sir,
big stone will give more thing, and I am saying 1 gram. For that one, you will accept.
Yes, sir, because sometimes when we have to measure, we have to compare it with something.
Right, Nana. So we can't use big stone to measure kilograms or something, Nana. Why? Because a standard reference value will be there, or a standard reference measurement will be there. That is only called what, Nana? Unit. And just now I asked you. What I asked, Nana? How you measure milk? So you said we measure milk in a liters. And that is a standard reference value, Nana, to measure the milk. And how you measure sugar, Nana? We measure sugar in kilograms. So it is a standard value, Nana. So like that, a standard reference value to measure a physical quantity will be called what, Nana? Unit. Okay. Can I repeat it? Everyone.
Can you please repeat the unit? I got stuck for 1 minute.
Okay.
I
Nana,
see
let me say again, Nana. A standard reference value to measure a physical quantity will be called what, Nana? Unit. Okay. Whether I am audible to you, Nana?
Sir, you're audible. A standard reference. Can you please repeat? I was just noting it down. That.
Okay. The standard reference
Sir, can you
value.
write it on the
Okay, I will
chat
write
box?
now.
Sir, so are you giving the definition of physical quantities?
Physical quantity, already I said no, Nana. The quantity
Yes,
which can be measurable.
Sir?
Nana, tell me.
Sir, what?
Again, I am saying, Nana, note it down.
Sir, what is the definition of unit?
The standard reference value.
Sir, can you type it, because I don't know if your connectivity is low or mine, but I can hear properly. Sir, I can hear you. Yeah, so it's my connectivity, so can you please write it?
Nana, I am typing, Nana. And once you note it down, why? Because that function is not working properly here. So if it is possible, I'll type it again. Nana, write down fastly. The standard reference value to measure a physical quantity is known as unit.
Sir, the standard?
Reference value. Reference. REFERENCE, reference value to measure a physical quantity is known as unit.
Again.
Nana, again one more time I will say, the standard reference value to measure a physical quantity is known as unit.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Nana. Right. Now, just now I said to measure a mass, generally kilogram will be there. To measure liquid volume, what will be there, Nana? Liter will be there. So like that, standard reference values will be there, Nana, to measure any physical quantity, and that only will be called unit. And in that, non-standard units will be there and standard units also will be there. And just now I said in the definition itself, unit is nothing but a standard reference value, isn't it? But what do you mean by non-standard unit? Like, do you know, Nana, in the olden system, whether meter, kilometer, centimeter, like that are there in olden days?
No, sir. You used to compare something.
Right, Nana. So in olden days, what was there is bartered system is there. What do you mean by barter system? That system is nothing but exchange of goods, Nana. And in olden days, this measurement is not there. What they used to do is, someone will give rice to somebody and he will give cloth to other body. That means exchange of goods will be there. And when exchange of goods is there, generally what will happen is inequality will be there between them. And when inequality is there, that whatever measurement is there, it will not have a standard unit value. And do you know, Nana, in olden days, they used to measure length by this palm. Do you know? Our hand will be there now, Nana.
Yeah, sir. But how are they even used to like measure it using the hand? Or like
Nana? Neha, tell me again.
how are they even used to measure the quantity using palm?
Palm also, Nana. So in olden days, they used to measure like by using some sort of what we say, tumbler or something like what we used to take water will be there, no? That pot like thing will be there, no? So by using it, they try to measure rice or anything like that. So at that olden days, standard units were not there, Nana. What were there? Non-standard units are there. And suppose if any person who is very tall and big, for them the palm will be more. And suppose if any shorter person is there, for them palm will be less. So some sort of difference will be there. So those will be called non-standard units, Nana. And in unit itself, we gave definition, Nana. What we gave? Standard reference value. So standard value, Nana. Standard value means a particular definition will be there for it. A particular value will be there for it. Now, like I said, kilogram. Kilogram, for that, a special device will be there or not? Kilogram. Whatever to measure anything, kilogram that if you go to grocery shop, they will take that kilogram bar and they will keep in that particular pan, and they will generally measure by using that particular kilogram bar, whatever is there. Have you seen, Nana? Fast, Nana. Have you seen it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nana. So like that, standard unit means what, Nana? Which is having a particular value.
Huh?
Yashika, tell me, Nana.
Something? Can you tell me?
Yashika, you type, Nana. Your voice is not coming clearly. right? Have you understood, Nana? Standard and non-standard. Standard means a particular value will be there for it. But for a non-standard, a particular value will not be there. Like I said, palm. Palm will be different for different person. All will not have same length for a palm, Nana. Whether same thing will be there?
Some people will have shorter palms.
Like that. So,
Some
Nana, Yashika, your voice is not coming clearly, Nana. That's why I said to type. So type and send me, Nana, again.
Sir, can you tell us the definition of non-standard unit and standard unit?
Okay, Nana. So,
Sir, can you type it out because of my connection?
okay, Nana. Right, Nana. So some problem is there with the typing here. Next time that will be okay. But this time I will say, Nana,
And
you
why
write.
don't you write from the other device you have logged in from?
So
You are
actually,
giving the presentation from.
yeah, but it is not working properly, Nana. So that's why I'm not typing or writing. So next time definitely those will be in a good condition, Nana. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right, Nana. So write down fast. Non-standard unit means what, Nana? Can anybody say? What is a non-standard unit? Just now I said palm, some utensils.
Sir, can I
Tell me now.
Sir, so non-standard unit is which is not in
Right.
Sir's non-standard unit is a unit which is not used everywhere. It is used in some places and it's not an official unit and it is not same for everybody.
Okay. So you write like this.
Sir,
Now.
that I understood, but
Non-standard.
can you give it to me in proper sentences?
Okay. Vomika.
Huh?
Let me say.
Non-standard unit is a unit that is also a unit that people use, but it's not in a standard way.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's bigger, the length or quantity larger, and then sometimes it will be smaller and
Yeah.
tiny.
So it will not have a particular value, Nana. So write down. Non-standard unit is a unit which will not have a particular value. A particular value. Okay.
Sir, can you repeat it again?
Non-standard unit is a unit which will not have a particular value. Okay.
Sir, can you give me an example?
No, not required. Already you said no. So standard means what, Nana?
Standard means that is an official value. Official unit.
Official one means which will have a particular value.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nana. So now let us go to the next slide and let us learn about it. And just now I said what, Nana? Physical quantities, isn't it?
Sir, can you have not told me the definition of standard unit?
Nana, tell me what do you mean by non-standard, Vomika?
Sir, non-standard is... Sir, you have told us non-standard, but we need to know standard.
That only, Nana. Tell me about non-standard first.
It's a unit which will not have particular value.
If it is having a particular prescribed value, then it will be called?
Okay, it will be called standard.
That's it. Isn't it?
Okay.
Can you write it now? What do you mean by standard? Okay. Okay, Nana, everyone.
Sir, it means standard units will be having a fixed unit. Sir, it's
Fixed
a
value,
unit
Nana.
which will have a particular value.
Particular value. Like just now I said, no, 1 kilogram bar will be there. That is standard value or not? A particular value or not?
Sir, it's a standard value.
Particular value will be there for it, Nana. You can't accept a big stone as a 1 kilogram or a small stone as a 1 kilogram. Can you accept?
No, sir.
You will not accept it. So it is having a particular value. That's why only you are accepting that as a 1 kilogram, isn't it? Neha.
Hello,
Is it okay,
sir.
Nana?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Nana. Neha, tell me, Nana.
What, sir? I was not able to hear. What? What do I need to tell?
Nana, tell me again.
I was just asking, what do I need to tell?
Tell me again. I not got your point.
Sir, you told me something to tell. I don't know what you are asking me to tell.
What do you mean by standard unit? That I am saying, Nana.
Standard unit. Standard unit will have a particular value.
Okay, particular value will be there. So I am asking you like this, Nana. Neha, listen.
So can I tell?
Tell me, Nana. Pragya.
So a standard unit is which is same across the whole world, and everyone uses it, and it is same for everyone. And
Very
it's
good.
Standard unit is also universally accepted.
Very good, Nana. Vamika, very good. So it will be accepted by everyone and it will have a same value throughout the world and it will have a particular prescribed value, isn't it? Isn't it, Nana?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nana. Now let us move to the next slide. Now see here, Nana, fundamental measurements is there. Now you are learning about what in this chapter, Nana? Physical quantities and sorry, you are learning about measurement and motion, no?
Yes, sir.
Right, Nana. What do you mean by physical quantity?
Physical quantity is a quantity that can be measured.
Very good, Nana. A quantity which can be measured is known as what, Nana? Physical quantity.
Physical quantity.
Okay. Now, few things will be there which can't be measured particularly. Those also will be called physical quantities or they are not called physical quantities?
Yeah, I don't know, sir. That.
Actually, for physical quantities, a particular definition is there which is not there in your slides actually. So let me say that also. A quantity which can be defined and measured, Nana. So you can give definition for it. You can give definition for it and you can even measure also. So that will be called physical quantity, Nana. And sometimes a few physical quantities will be there which can't be measured particularly, but it will have a definition and that also will be called what, Nana? Physical quantity. Okay. Now,
Sir, can I ask that a quantity that can be measured is known as physical quantity, and you also told one more definition. What's that?
Nana, Neha, listen clearly. a quantity which can be defined. Definition you have to give, Nana, for that. So if you can define it and if you measure it, then it will be called what, Nana? Physical quantity. But as our chapter relates with the measurement, that's why the definition which you have to understand regarding to the physical quantity is nothing but what? The quantity which can be measurable is known as what, Nana? Physical quantity. Okay, is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nana. Now, generally, how many types of physical quantities will be there, Nana? 2 types of physical quantities will be there. Do you know?
No, sir, we don't know.
Okay, Nana. So 2 types of physical quantities will be there, Nana. And those 2 types of physical quantities are called, first type of physical quantity is called fundamental physical quantity. And second type of physical quantity is called derived physical quantity, Nana. Fundamental physical quantities and derived physical quantities, Nana. Fundamental and derived physical quantity. 2 types of physical quantities will be there, Nana. Fundamental and derived physical quantities. And which are called fundamental physical quantities, Nana? The physical quantities which will not depend upon any other physical quantity will be known as what, Nana? Fundamental. Again, listen carefully, Nana. Okay. Everyone, you are listening or not?
Yes, sir, we are listening.
Okay. So the quantity, the physical quantity which will not depend upon other physical quantities is known as what, Nana? Fundamental physical quantities. And how many fundamental physical quantities are there actually? 3 fundamental physical quantities are there, Nana. What those 3 fundamental physical quantities are? One is length, other is mass, other is time, Nana. Whether time will depend upon any other physical quantity?
No, sir, I think so.
Right. Whether mass will depend upon any other physical quantity?
No.
So that's why they are called what, Nana?
Sir, you
Fundamental
can't hear
physical
you,
quantities.
your voice went. Sir,
Nana, what?
it's perfectly okay. No, sir, your voice went for some time. No, it
Again,
went once.
Vamika, now can you hear?
Yes,
Vamika?
sir, it went once.
It went once.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Nana, let me say again. The physical quantity which will not depend upon any other physical quantity is known as what, Nana? Fundamental physical quantity. And whatever the
Can't
unit,
mute myself.
right, whatever the units are there to measure those fundamental physical quantities will be called what, Nana? Fundamental measurements.
Fundamental measurements or
Very
basic measurements.
Okay. Now again tell me, Nana, which are called fundamental physical quantities?
Mass, time, that's length also.
Right, Nana. Mass, length, one minute, Nana. Only 1 minute. Okay. Right, Nana. So length, mass, time will be considered as what, Nana? Fundamental physical quantities. And their units will be called what, Nana? Their measurement will be called what? Fundamental measurements. And whatever the unit